Man, this is gonna be a rough one. Oh my god, this is gonna be rough. So, hashtag sensitive sissy warning. If you cannot handle the truth, if you can't handle the things I talk about, well, honey, you are in the wrong place. So this is not going to really be a drama video, but just trying to understand a person that is currently active on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere else. And we're going to be talking about Trisha Paytas. This is not to slam her. This is just trying to understand Trisha, because I used to really watch Trisha's videos. Like, I was a fan, and I think that a lot of people have the question, and I keep seeing this float around on Twitter. Why is Trisha even famous? And I think Trisha Paytas has multiple personalities to herself. I think there's the entertainer, there's the real Trisha that nobody really knows on the internet, and then there is the businesswoman Trisha Paytas. And I thought we would talk about it a little bit. You know, I'm not trying to start anything with her or anything, because I know in the past she didn't like some people's videos about her, but this is not to slam her. Hey Trisha, it's not to slam you, girl, so don't block my videos and stuff. I'm just starting. You can't stop what has already started. So let's get started. So today I'm wearing a new hat. This is my bunny ear hat. If you didn't know, ooh girl, it's furry. Girl, honey, we're just having a moment with a little bit of blush and a little bit. See, you guys always ask me what palettes I use, and guys, I could not tell you because I just go batshit crazy. But I did wear the new Revlon that they have sent me from Influenster. So I did wear this, and this is in the color Your Majesty. Oh God, fitting. Oh, fitting, honey. Slay. Slay. So the one reason a lot of people know Trisha is famous for being in a Eminem music video, and it was the one where she actually played the girl from Dukes of Hazzard on a car, cleaning it and stuff. And personally, I found nothing wrong with that. I find nothing wrong with it. And she was in an Amy Winehouse music video as well, and I'm a big fan of Amy Winehouse. And I didn't know where I could find her. So I had to look, and I found it, and she's in it. She's there, she's present. She did something with Guns N' Roses also, and she's appeared in other music videos as well. How many, I don't know, okay? I was watching so much Trisha Paytas stuff, but that's what she did. She appeared in music videos. And I think that helps build a character. And I think around that time when she was doing that, that was very normal. That was very the new thing to do for girls to make it. You had video vixens, and they would break off to modeling, to acting, to whatever they were doing. And some of these women used these types of gigs to go into music videos, either to further their education or to earn a little bit of change, you know, like, so they can live, survive, girl. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I found that that was actually a very kind of unproblematic time for me, because she was trying to make it. And if you did make a little buzz and you screwed up a little bit, girl, who cares? You were in music videos, right? The next show that she was on really surprised me, because I actually also watched it. And I think sometimes we just watch so much stuff that we just forget what we actually watched. And Trisha was on My Strange Addiction. Now, you might think all kinds of addictions. Oh my God, what would she be on My Strange Addiction for? Is she in love with perfume? Is she in love with makeup? Addicted to buying clothes or expensive bags? No, it was for tanning. Her mother was also on the show, and I believe her sister also appeared in the episode. But it was really actually, it was like, oh my God, how could I forget? Because I mean, the show is cool. It shows a lot like people, my addiction to purchasing dolls or purchasing clothes, like I said, or just whatever your addiction is. And she was there for self-tanning. And that is not the Trisha I knew, okay? That is not the Trisha I knew, and the way she looked there, and not judging. Trisha, I'm not judging you. But I don't remember that. I did not remember that. And she was on that show and talking about how she's addicted to tanning. And the episode, I actually tried to find the full episode on Hulu and couldn't, because they don't go back. See, this was in 2011, guys. That Strange Addiction thing was in 2011. That's what I found about it, and I couldn't find it on Hulu, so I went on the beautiful place that's called YouTube. Oops, I almost dumped something. But no, so I found it, I watched it. Not bad. And she was just talking about how she feels about tanning and that everybody should be tan. She lives in California. It just looks healthy. And her tan went into the section of kind of more Jersey Shore style tanning. Not judging. Love Jersey Shore, okay? Love the first season of Jersey Shore. So that's what she was doing. That's what she was on that show for actually loving to tan. And same bubbly personality, same bubbly person that she is now. Nothing's really changed. And I think that's one big thing that people seem to like wonder about. Like, has something changed? Does she change things up? No, she's always been that bubbly character. That is her all the way. The same style of talking, the same attitude, the same vibe, go happy, go lucky. So that was my strange addiction. And I found a lot just of her going into movies. She actually is credited as a producer in a movie. Now, I don't know what movie that is, and trust me, I tried to find it and I couldn't find it. So Trisha, if you're watching, send me the movie and I'll watch it, because I wanted to see your producer skills, okay? Because now, I mean, come on now. She was a producer, hello. And that's credited to her as well online. I looked through everything, not just Wikipedia, guys, trust me. Wikipedia is like a lifeline of her. But, yeah, so she's also a producer. Now we get into the whole thing about her and being on YouTube, being on Twitter, being on TikTok and everything. I think people quite misunderstand. I don't think that Trisha is the person she plays as in her videos. I think there's more to it. I think you can see glimpses when she's really upset and she's doing the videos about speaking about her feelings, or if she's upset about something. I think she is a fragile character who sometimes gets misunderstood. I think what really attracted, like I said in the beginning, what attracted me to her is her positivity on being who she is. She's a very colorful character. I mean, girls, boys, look at me. I'm a character myself. And I think that it's misunderstood at times, and a lot of things about her getting really messy and saying things that rub people the wrong way grabs attention. And that's where we get back to her past in her career of going on these shows, on going in these videos, and all this. It's playing a character to me. And I think that she does know what she's doing when she's saying some very controversial things to get looked at. And I don't think it's a bad thing. There's a lot of people who do it in the industry where, just for example, I like me some creative Kanye, but some of the things he says is just insane. And not saying I like him like that, but I think he's a very creative individual. And I know he's done some things that people were just like, oh my God, but he is part of that. Saying controversial things and then being in the media for it. That's why I said I didn't watch any of the recent things that people are mad at her at like that, because I think it would not do good in this video for me, because I wanted to see her past and going into not like her health and all that stuff, because I think a lot of times people will attack that. Now, in her YouTube career, she's teamed up with a few people and she's friends with a few people. And one of them, of course, was Shane Dawson. You have, you know, her friendship with Jeffree, which I have no idea where that stands, and I don't want to get into that. That's none of my business, girl. I have spoken. But I think that it was a good match, especially with Jeffree being such a colorful character, such a flamingo himself, that it was perfect for them to get together. Now, I do sometimes feel like there was, and I watched those videos as well, I always felt like there was a little bit of discomfort when they did those videos together. Like, I could feel like there's a little bit of like, she didn't feel all the way comfortable maybe doing videos with him. But she's also did videos with Amelia. I think her name's Amelia Farts. Is that her name? I think she did videos with her too. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I like this. And she does mukbangs, which I'm not really into mukbangs. I've done a few videos on my TikTok where I just try out like because one of my favorite food is Takis. I tried out marshmallows. I cook, but I think with her, that is another trend that was going around. So she did videos with Jeffree where they eat food and talk, and she goes in drive-thrus and tests out new food. And I'm here for that. That's okay. We all have our thing, and there's a lane for everybody on YouTube. And that's what she did. And those were the videos where I felt I liked her the most, honestly, because it was so much more real. And sometimes I feel like that gets lost. As I said, with playing a character on YouTube, which I think, I'm not saying she's fake. That's not what I'm saying, guys. Trisha, I'm not saying you're fake, because I know, because I'm like, I'm not trying to hurt you, girl. But I think sometimes you play a character, which we all do. I have my character, I'm the Mad Hatter. Like, I love the Mad Hatter, and I make hats and I wear hats, and that's my thing. I live my fantasy through my videos. I think she lives her fantasy through her videos. And that is where we get into her connecting with somebody like Jeffree Star in the beauty community. She kind of emerged and intertwined with different communities at different times, with the vlogging, with the mukbang, with you know, the Jeffree thing, with the Shane thing. And she kind of combined a lot of things. And I know she did a video with Rich Lux, which got into the drama community. So, and that's another video about Rich Lux, honey, because I don't know what he's up to. I used to watch him religiously. I don't anymore, but that's just because I kind of grew out of liking that. We all go through things. Like I told you guys, I love watching abandoned videos. I love watching documentaries. So I thought we'd do a little example, okay? So I know that a lot of people are bothered by Rich Lux, but guys, this man is playing a character. I don't for one second believe, just like with Trisha, that the way he behaves on camera is necessarily the way he behaves in real life to his friends. Does the character get intertwined with the real life person at times? Yes. But see, that is why we are still talking about these people, because they are characters. Rich Lux has his crown. Trisha has her bubbly personality and her colorful looks and everything. And that is why they're relevant, because they are a character. They are different from the norm, okay? So that is why I think that sometimes it just gets a little bit too messy, and people, when this person is in full character mode, they say things they would never say in real life to the real life people around them. Not saying they can't be shady in real life, but I think there's a lot of like character, like cosplaying. Okay, so as I'm editing, I actually forgot a part because it's not in the video because the audio's off. Is that Trisha Paytas goes on these vlogs, on these little interview type sessions on YouTube, and I think that they do her dirty sometimes. I'm gonna be honest, they leave that stuff in that's really super controversial because it's gonna get clicks, it's gonna get views, it's gonna get shares, and she says controversial stuff, and I think that is the one part that most people right now are really mad at her for, at some of the things she doesn't think through right away. If it was me, I would say, Trisha, like, they need to put a whole script to you before you actually go on these, because they do you dirty, girl. They might be your friends, but they know that you're going to say some stuff that's controversial because you speak your mind, you do you. And I think that I'm not defending everything, but I am saying that sometimes that is outside of her power to edit it the way she wants to and leave out the things that might be harmful to her character. So not judging, not saying those people who interview her do her wrong, but I am saying that's a little food for thought. So I have spoken. I think that Trisha is very misunderstood. Like I said, this is not a video bashing her. We're just having a conversation. And I think that sometimes when you're trying to rely a message on camera, like she does sometimes with updates about her life and how she's feeling, she still, I think sometimes she still wants to censor some things that stay for herself, like for her, not for anybody else, but for herself. So finding a way of relying to your audience how you feel without letting out all these personal harmful things that just hurt you at the time, sometimes it goes into this insane, crazy mode where that's what we hear. And I don't know. I don't think I'm mad at her for anything. Am I watching her videos regularly? No, not like I used to, and definitely not the way. I don't look at it the same because I understand there's a real person behind it. And looking in her past of her career online, you could tell that there really is a lot more behind this person. And I think it's the time that Trisha became famous, around that time, around the era of that whole becoming famous to be famous and finding what is your God-given talent to be famous, you know? So when we look at it, a lot of people that have been on YouTube, and prior to YouTube, they did a lot of other ventures where they were on camera or very present online. Eventually that is going to get to you, and eventually it's going to get to you to the point where you feel like your facade, your whole, what you built around you is cracking. And I think that's what's happening. She, just like with Shane, just like with Jeffree, just like with all these people who we talk about and conspirize about, and who either you are or you were a fan of, they've been online so long, it's almost like a child actor who just goes through a bad phase. And we've seen that with Macaulay Culkin. And I know it's a different type of level of fame, but if we're looking at it in a different light, I think you see that because she's been around for so long, she grew up in front of the camera and grew her business, her character in front of the camera, that a lot of times, like even me, when I used to record things and make videos or content, it completely changed because I grew up a little more. I found my lane. I found what I truly like and what I don't like. And sometimes when you're just, it's being stuck. It's just, I think she's stuck in a rut of people not understanding her and not understanding where the line is for her, how much she can truly take. Because she talks about mental health. She talks about people attacking her and what they say to her and how she feels. And I think that truly is sad that we live right now in an online community where that is the norm of attacking somebody that hard. And I say my piece about people, but I do also understand, it's a human being behind that who has to live with themselves daily, whatever decisions they make. I just wanted to put a little bit of perspective how I feel about Trisha as an ex-fan, as an ex-enjoyer of her content, because I still follow up with her. Like, I still look what she's doing. I still look what she's up to. She's now on TikTok and everything. So I roam around on TikTok. I run around on TikTok and watch videos. So she pops up at times. And, I just wanted to say we are very judgmental and very hard on her at times for things that we might not understand the true meaning behind why she says the things that she says. Sometimes it's business motivated to get clicks, and sometimes it's real reality. But we don't know because she's been in front of the camera for a while and she knows how to handle herself. And I think we need to give her credit for being the businesswoman that she is, making her money moves in entertainment and in the entertainment industry. And yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to say today. Remember, follow me on TikTok. Everything will be linked below, as well as my Twitter and my Instagram. And that's kind of it, because I have spoken.